How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Mr. Caymaniian here, back again with another Gears of War video. And today we're going to be breaking down the E-Day trailer that dropped today at the Xbox Showcase. And I know you guys out there are just as excited as I am, because this trailer was just amazing. It literally brought tears to my eyes as I was watching it. I was like excited, I was really happy, I was joyful, I was just thinking about the future of Gears and where it's going to be going here on out, where the story is going to go. Because of course this is on E-Day. This is around the time where there's a lot of characters that are alive, so we might see them, might not. You know, it's kind of given where we only see Marcus and Dom. Maybe it's just both of them, and the world looks dark and gritty. Maybe they're just trying to have a tight knit campaign storyline, which I'm all down for. I would love to see the other cast members. I'm pretty sure we will, but you know, for right now, just looking at this trailer, it looks like they're going down the dark and gritty aspect, which I absolutely love. But you know, let's just before we get into that, I just have to make note. 4 years ago, I actually tweeted out saying that I would love Gears to go back, or for them to have a Gears game set on E-Day. I'm pretty sure they probably thought about this way before I even said anything on that sort. But it's kind of crazy that I said I wanted a game based on E-Day going back to its roots. And it's funny that I actually said that almost 4 years ago. It's just crazy. But let's break down this trailer and let's see what we've missed when we were watching it, all hyped up on the hype juice, which other people would say gas. But let's get into it. Going in, the trailer starting. Of course, you can see a newspaper article here. The UIR survivors. I'm not too sure if that says survivors, but the UIR, the war is over. Obviously, this is E-Day, so literally before this time, the Pendulum Wars had ended with the UIR, you know, versus COG. So we definitely have a basis on where the timeline is going to be. It's before Judgment and after the Pendulum Wars. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Pendulum Wars, that was about 7 to 5 years of just straight wars, and they were fighting over fuel and stuff like that. And obviously they were fighting after emulsion, which happened so to infect, you know, humans, which turned them into lambent and stuff like that later down in the Gears story. But emulsion was one of the key factors to, you know, start to create locusts and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you know, correct me inside the comment section. It's been a while. I am a die-hard Gears fan, but you know, I could get some stuff wrong too as well. So of course, as you can see on the television, civil emergency message, and of course, what you can call it, follow safety protocol, proceed to the nearest shelter. I'm pretty sure this would be on the same side of the shelters that they had. I'm trying to remember if Tactics had anything in relating to bomb shelters when they were dropping the Hammer of Dawn. I almost said nukes. The Hammer of Dawn. So I'm pretty sure it's around that same thing as well, so that, you know, civilians could be safe and whatnot, because Emergence Day happened really quickly, really freaking quickly, and the person that took charge on that, if I'm not mistaken, was Rom, because, you know, there's a whole battle going on in the Hollow, you know, with the Lambents, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be absolutely amazed if, you know, if we don't see anything with even with Karn, Rom, Shirak. Well, I think he died. If E-Day, I think he died before E-Day, or a day or so before E-Day, or on that day, or something like that. It's in the comics. the Rise of Rom comics, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've read that that too. But this story, it's really exciting, to be honest, because there's a lot of things that they can play here, and there's a lot of enemies and a lot of characters that you can actually see. Um, I'll be amazed too if we don't see the Carmine that the fourth Carmine that we never did, hear or see about in the other Gears games. But this is just a service announcement, letting all civilians know to head to the nearest shelter on the TV. I think when I was watching the trailer for the first time, this gave it away, of course, with the cog symbol. Gears of War, automatically, as you guys already know. And as you can see here, where it says "Welcome Home," like I said earlier, this is, right after the Pendulum Wars. So I'm pretty sure they were welcoming a home family that was in the war and they came back home safely. So that's not misplaced at any means. This is absolutely right. People at the Coalition are actually, giving us tidbits of, the lore before the Locust War and stuff like that. Even though we're going into E-Day, so that's really neat. That's really nice. I absolutely love that. Attention to detail is just spot on. Go on here, and let me just continue. And I'm just gonna stop it soon so that you guys can know. This drone right here, that's the scary part. We have young Marcus fighting against a Locust drone, a grub, the foot soldier of the Locust Horde. And you can tell the Coalition is going into this dark, gritty, and we putting you in the shit with this game. The fact that this drone is like ragdolling Marcus of all characters just goes to show you how vicious the Locust Horde was on E-Day. And the way Coalition is actually capturing that is so beautiful, so freaking beautiful. As you can see, Marcus Phoenix, the veteran that he is in the future games, just seeing him young. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in this game, in Judgment, he was like in his early 20s. So this is probably him in his early 20s. And this is new to him, fighting against monsters. So that's another thing that you can just tell. This is a grub, a foot soldier, doing this much work on the veteran hero that we know about. So the sheer power of the Locust right there. Ragdolling our favorite hero. Jesus mighty. Okay, I'm not sure if you see that. It's really nice, the little tidbits that they have inside this trailer. This is Coltrane, the Thrashball, in his Thrashball uniform. Which is actually pretty cool, the nod to him. Like, the person that was living here had a Thrashball Coltrane figurine, which is really freaking cool. I'm trying to see if I can... Oh no, okay, sorry, I can't really pause it on that particular spot, but let's just continue. And look at that, Anthony Carmine. Well, I mean, it looks like Anthony Carmine because I can see the helmet. It looks like Anthony Carmine, but that's a cog gear, which the civilians in the Gears of War universe would actually call it. So, of course, we have the cog gear here. And of course, Marcus Phoenix picking up a friggin' TV and bashing the Locust drone right in the friggin' face. And honestly, seeing this slide right here, I'm pretty sure that's just me hoping and dreaming that this Gears game is gonna have a slide mechanic, or maybe I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out the air. You never know. It could have a sliding mechanic to make it, I don't know, to have a bit more movement in the game, because a lot of people throughout the years used to say, are still saying that Gears feels really clunky. Well, especially Gears 1, 2, 3 not so much. 4 or 5 kind of like moved away from that clunky feel, but maybe they're actually going back to the roots, which I am loving just to see here, which is amazing. And I'm just getting that from Marcus's kind of sliding a little bit, and it kind of looks like he's doing the retro charge right there. If you're familiar with the games, but of course, he goes to, I guess, stab or shoot the locust in this part. Shoot, okay, and the drone picks him up, which is, look at, bro, the sheer power of the friggin' locust drone. Again, this is a grub, the foot soldier of the locust horde, lifting our hero Marcus Phoenix. That is freaking scary. And when he does this, right, it's pretty cool. And I've noticed a lot of people, when they were watching the trailer, miss that when, because a lot of people get Marcus mixed up with JD after this scene here. As he gets friggin' slammed up against the roof, you know, his dual rag falls off, which is just, oh man, the attention to detail on here is just amazing, to be honest. And you can just see Marcus dog cog tags here. Yeah, Marcus Phoenix, and then of course his cog number right there, sergeant. He's a sergeant. Huh, okay. I'm trying to remember how he got his sergeant title. Oh, well, yeah, that's in Gears 1 though. He only gets his sergeant title in Gears 1. That's interesting. Okay. Because he was promoted sergeant after, you know, him and Delta Squad killed off the Berserker at the end of Chapter 1 on Gears 1. So, if I'm not mistaken, maybe he was already sergeant, and they just like revoked it because he went to prison for about a year or so, if I'm not mistaken. I'm literally trying to remember all of this, and this is like years ago. So I definitely have to brush up on my knowledge on that, but that's his cog tags. I actually, when I saw the cog tags, I was like, yeah, Phoenix, and then you can see the spelling of Marcus right there. I caught that really quickly, and I was like, oh yeah, that's just confirms that this guy that's on this roof right here is Marcus. And you can see the level of like emotions that is pumping through Marcus Phoenix's face. You can feel it, you know. You can just definitely feel the struggle that Marcus is trying to like survive here, and just to kill this one freaking locust is just crazy. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously, and some people you might be asking, why doesn't he have the scar? So he only does get the scar when he goes to prison, which is, I think, a bit after E-Day. Yeah, he goes to prison for like 9 months, but I thought it was before E-Day or something like that. And he gets attacked by dogs or something, if my memory is correct. I think I found that information about around when Gears 3 was out, and I wanted to know what that scar was about. And yeah, he was in prison, and I think he got attacked by dogs. And this scene, it's really nice that the Coalition actually did this, because why this scene means so much, and if you don't really know, in the books, I believe, it's stated that in the books, Marcus Phoenix was fighting against a locust drone, and as he went to go kill the locust with his retro lancer, that's what he's using, it has a bayonet on it. When he went to stab the locust, it hit the drone's armor and snapped off, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it snapped off, and Marcus had to resort to using a chainsaw or something around those lines, or doing exactly that, or shooting it in his head. I'm pretty sure he grabbed some kind of sharp object and like chopped it. I think it's a chainsaw. And at that point, Marcus had an idea. He probably just slap on a chainsaw onto the Lancer, and he brought that idea to his father, Adam Phoenix. So around this time, Adam Phoenix is alive. Loomis is alive. If you know him from Gears of War Judgment, that's one of my favorite characters. Um, yeah, Adam Phoenix. Yeah, he's the one that created the Lancer, and of course that became like the standard for all COG Gears and all the Gears of War games. When you see Gears of War, you think of Marcus Dom and the Lancer. By how unique it is, you slap on a chainsaw and a weapon. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, this scene here is like straight out the books or the comics, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe it's the books. I believe it's the books. As you can see here, Marcus, the house is being, of course, sunken in, going into this emergence hole. The thing is with this too, around this time, Scourge was worshipping the worms that would go around and sinking major cities that the COG would be in. So this can also be a foreshadow to that. But the thing is, Marcus and his squad don't really find out about that until Gears 2, which is much, much later, like 18 years into the war. So, yeah, I doubt we would even see that or hear any mentions of that because they don't know anything about it. And also, Marcus and the squad that he would actually be in won't be Delta Squad with Cole and Beard. Going by the timeline, Marcus and Dom was a part of Omega Squad. I can't necessarily remember who were a part of the Mega Squad, but as far as I know, it was obviously Marcus and Dom in it. But yeah, and I think a month after E-Day, Beard was in Kilo and he actually helped Marcus because I guess they were nearby where Karn was at the end of Gears Judgment. And if you played Gears Judgment, you definitely know what I'm talking about. You guys know if you played Gears Judgment. You hear Marcus, but you don't really see him in the campaign so much. Or you don't see him at all. You just hear his voice from time to time in like one or two sections of the last act or the fourth act of the game or something like that. But yeah, so it's really amazing that they captured this red glow. You really don't see any red glow coming from the emergency hole at all. But I love this take on it. New take is the Coalition's vision. And this scene right here, when you see Dom, I honestly lost it. And what is so nice too, I saw someone mentioned it on Twitter. This scene right here, where Dom is helping up Marcus. If you remember, Gears 2, oh my goodness, what is that trailer called? I think it's called Last Day. There's a part of that trailer where Dom is helping up Marcus get onto the platform to get on the rigs to drill down and to go inside the hollow. That scene right there just honestly reminds me of it and that post that I saw on Twitter. I can't remember who posted it. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I'm so sorry for that person. I really would like to shout them out. But yeah, so let's continue. That's another thing that stuck out to me. When I saw that on Twitter, I'm like, oh yeah, shoot, that actually does. It's just like so much nods to every little thing, like stuff that could be in the comics, in the books, the time period, who you're gonna meet, and then the characters and the armor that they're wearing as well. I'm actually gonna get into that as well. This here, so of course you can tell that it's Marcus's armor, of course, but this armor here has a unique design because it's obviously taken not inspiration, but of course, yeah, this is a upgrade, so to speak, to the Gears Judgment Marcus Phoenix armor, because he has a different armor from what he used in Gears 1 and Judgment. it's completely different. Um, if you haven't seen it, there's pictures out there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna post up some pictures side to side so you can see the Gears 1 model of Marcus Phoenix and the Judgment um, armor that he used on E-Day. So maybe this is just a complete redesign, completely new look, and it looks freaking clean as heck. It looks freaking clean. So let's just continue. You know, Dom giving Marcus back his dual rag. And Dom, he looks freaking amazing, bro. He looks so freaking amazing. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And this wide shot right here, I want to say this is close to Jacinto and those areas. The planet's name is Sierra. um, they never really did give us any like world map of Gears, so we kind of like have to guess majority of the time. But I'm not too sure if you guys remember this bridge that's right up here in Gears 1. I believe we came through here on the APC when we had to fend off the krill that was clouding the sky. But yeah, that's another thing there. I'm guessing somewhere around here could be Jacinto, and around here is probably the museum. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm forgetting all these names. I'm like just so caught up on everything and just running off of pure hype at this moment. Um, oh man, there's a museum where Kim died, and you had to go in the museum and fight off the Berserker at the end of that mission. But yeah, I believe that's right there. The rooftop kind of looks familiar to me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And of course, you can see the corpsers. There's some locusts down here. Almost look like boomers. Yeah, they're like giant locust creatures, or they could be boomers or could be drones. Either or. You got the ravens in the background, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna stumble across. You know, I'm I'm wondering if it's gonna be semi-open world, what they tried to do in Gears 5, or is gonna be linear. I'm pretty sure, given that they're going, you know, just off of this split screen co-op, online co-op as well, 2 players for the campaign, what Gears 1 and 2 did back in the day. Um, I can feel like this is gonna be um, really claustrophobic. I can just feel it. It's dark. It's scary. It's gonna get you, man. And I'm hoping this game's drop next year around Halloween time, so like you can put Halloween with Gears of War, the scary action-packed game, which it was known for back in the day. Because I remember playing Gears 1 with my father and my little brother at the time. Um, that mission with the the Berserker was friggin' scary as heck. Scary. So I can only imagine what they're gonna go down here. And then again, I have to remember, I don't think Marcus experienced a Berserker before that mission in Gears 1. Because he asks, you know, Beard, what is that going on out there? Like the monster that killed that random cog gear that got really scared. Marcus didn't know anything about a Berserker, so I'm not too sure they're even going to see that. So if they want to stay true, if they want to stay true to the lore, I mean, they can do that, or you know, change certain things in hoping that the Gears community and the people that follow the story and the timeline and stuff like that don't get angry. But there's a lot that they can actually play around with. Just by that one scene with the locust drone, that's already scary as it is. But just seeing the world and everything, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. But yeah, guys, I that's what I've noticed when I was watching this. Those are the stuff that actually stuck out to me when I was watching it, and then I watched it like 10 more times after the fact. If you guys seen anything that I've missed, please let me know inside the comment section down below. I tried to when I watched it like on my 10th time, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, this is cool. Oh yeah, he's using a retro lancer, which is understandable because they didn't really have the lancer at that point. Everything seemed like it was in the right place. Coalition here looks like they paid attention to the material and actually was just trying to score really high with this game, paying attention to detail, and doing that fan service as well, and trying to introduce no new fans to the series. Because just this alone, I know all the Gears community right now, the old ones, are really hyped for this game. And if you haven't played Gears in a long time and you're now seeing this, I'm pretty sure this game gave you some flashbacks to when the first Gears game dropped on the Xbox 360. So Xbox is doing something great. I'll be picking this game up on Steam, so I have to upgrade my PC some more. But yeah, guys, I mean that is it. I am pretty hyped. I'm stoked. I'm shocked. I'm excited. I'm my heart is just uh I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Words can't really express how I feel right now. As a Gears fan, I've been playing this game since day one. When the first Gears trailer dropped, I was watching that every single day until it actually released. And I was back in 2006 and 2005 era, which I was only 9 at the time and 10. 10 years old when Gears 1 dropped. But yeah, that's it, bro. I mean, that's Gears E-Day right there broken down for you guys. Please let me know if I missed anything. Sound off inside the comment section. I will be reading it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as I had an amazing time making this for you guys. Please stay tuned right here on my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Just share the video, drop a like, and yeah, spread some love, man. Spread some love as we're here. We're here for Gears of War. We're here for Gears of War. I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. Peace.